Guys, as of this very moment, the Omoda C7 is now launched in South Africa. Right now, like as in at this moment, 9 o'clock, that this video is going live. Because I got a scoop. I think this is the first scoop I've ever gotten in my entire career. That is very exciting, okay? Guys, I have connections. Okay, speaking of connections, use this link that you see above here. Put your details into hippo.co.za and you will get up to 12 quotes. You will get the cheapest quote possible, okay? Hippo saves its customers on average 455 Rand a month. So just do it. Okay. So the Omoda C7, right. It, like I say, has just launched into the country today. You can buy it, okay? Now it sits just above the C5X. Another link for you if you want to go and see that video, and it sits just below the Omoda C9. Another link for you for that review. Now I have to mention this. Okay, so the C5X I really liked. You would see my review. I actually very much enjoyed that car. The C9 I actually quite enjoyed, except for all the safety features that were quite intrusive and I couldn't figure them out and whatever. Bearing in mind this is a while back. But it is amazing to me how well the Chinese brands tend to listen to customers, and I think a little bit to the media, not me maybe personally. But I find that every time I get into a new model of the same manufacturer, things have gotten better. And I can say that about this C7. So you've got all the safety features, but things are sort of a little less intrusive, a little less manic. And in fact, I haven't actually even noticed them, but I haven't turned any of them off on purpose because I wanted to have its safety rating, and I want to see what it's like to drive like that all the time. Anyways, the C5X, like the design blew me away, and I have to say the same about this. So it's got those slim LED lights with integrated DRs, which are daytime running lights, DRLs. Whoa. Okay, Jules, get your stuff together. And it all looks very slick, all very futuristic. But also, I think my favorite thing is the color of this car. It's moonlight silver. Doesn't that sound nice? Because it's not just like a bang average silver. It's got like a little bit of a blue in it. And when you say moonlight, it just makes me feel all happy. I love the moon on the sea. Okay, I think the moon makes me a little bit crazy. So this also has 19-inch alloys now. Alloys. Before I go on about anything else, so you do have options. Basically, you can choose between a 1.6 litre turbo petrol engine or the plug-in hybrid, which is the SHS. I'm in the standard, the 1.6 engine. The SHS is sort of the PHEV flagship, if you will. So that's going to have a bit more on the spec side of things. So the SHS has 20-inch alloys, but they all have these red brake calipers to make it all look a little bit more sporty, which is always a nice little added extra, I feel. Now inside, it is very premium in here. It feels and looks very premium. Regardless, these cars are pretty well spec'd, as we've come to expect from a lot of the Chinese brands, but it's certainly from Omoda. Oh my gosh, I think I've just gotten the wrong way. I'm on the right track here, people. We're fine. Dare I say, the materials used feel really nice. I never touch a car. I don't care about that. I always tell you guys. I'm like, who touches a dashboard? I don't. But anyways, this looks like I want to touch it. It's very nice. And these leather seats all look very nice. It's very like Merc-esque. Like I've said before, it's got the same gear lever thing that Merc has here. And these seats are very Merc. But this, it's like a different material to this leather. Like I said, it's like a fake Alcantara, but I like, because I hate Alcantara. It gives me a little feeling. It's like an ice cream stick. So I quite like the feeling of this. And it just all looks very upmarket. And Omoda is a premium brand. But I think the pricing might make you think otherwise. Okay. And I'll get to that in just a second, because it's going to be a nice surprise. Like, I feel like it needs to be the cherry on top at the end of this very lovely cake. Okay, so that's why I'm not mentioning it now. Also, that makes you watch the whole video. So from a spec point of view, very well spec'd, regardless of which model you're opting for. But they all get this 15-point whoa touch screen infotainment system, which is massive. Very intuitive, very easy to use. I always don't love that everything is in a screen, you know that. But what I do appreciate is that it's always got this extra bar here where I can, if I'm in Android Auto, I can click straight back to home and to settings, climate control, and obviously there's the voice control, which you've seen me not do so well with in most cases. But what I do like is that I can actually say, like, please change the temperature, and it does it. But I can also click it right here because it's got its own little bar, okay, which is very helpful. You've got a 50-watt wireless charger. It's got different driving modes. You've got eco and sport and normal, like in sort of like a comfort mode, which is what I'm in at the moment. It's got heated and ventilated front seats up here, obviously adjustable. And what I like is when I do adjust it, then you save. It just like you press save and then it's done. And it's got this panoramic sunroof. Now, the touchscreen, you actually operate just about everything in it. Okay, you can, it does have some buttons for that, but you can operate the panoramic sunroof in here as well. You pull down a bar here and it kind of has your control center, which I think you choose what you want here for your like quick buttons. One of the things as well is that you adjust your mirrors in here as well. I have a feeling the C5 was the same, I can't recall. But once you've done that, you've done it. So you don't actually need to be going into that more often anyways. What would be the point, really? What I do appreciate, and someone made a comment, because a lot of the cars now when you turn or when you put the indicator on, it brings up this video of, you know, like the surround, like a camera of everything, and I hate it. This brings one up, but it's small. It's in the corner. So it doesn't take over my maps, which is what I need to be seeing when I'm driving. So very smart there. Again, like listening to customers, I think. So the SHS would get like massage seats, and it also, the passenger gets like a little footrest. That's quite nice. How fancy. It's also got this little 8.8-inch digital instrument cluster, which actually looks super cool. It's like very sleek. It's got everything you need. It's a lovely looking little instrument cluster, actually. I like it. So space-wise, it's actually quite a large car. It's got a 2.7-meter wheelbase. You've got 614 liters of boot space in this car. The SHS gets a little bit less, like 537, obviously because of the battery. But I find this boot to be very big. It's very easy to sort of load things into. You've also got an electric tailgate, which is, you know, yay. Yes, I hear you, but I'm just going around here. Thank you very much. See, that's not annoying. Yet. But what is very noticeable as well is the rear legroom and headroom. That space in the back there is great, not just for kids, but for adults. Like you could have teenage kids in the back and like lanky teenage kids or adults, and everybody would be very comfortable. This should show how much legroom there is. My gosh. I should have maybe worn pants, but here we are. You can also tow 1,250 kilograms. I don't know what that means, to be honest. I've never really towed much. I wouldn't even know if I've ever towed anything on purpose. So I find like if you go away on the weekends or maybe for your like December holidays, to be able to like pop a old trailer on there, you know, you can lock up that fender and off you go. You've got no problems because you could take it with you. Do you know? Then from a safety point of view, I had mentioned a couple of the sort of things of, you know, yesteryear when things would maybe be a bit intrusive. This has got up to 21 driver assistance systems. That's insane. It's huge, but it does actually go to the fact that then you feel very safe in this car. Like I say, I haven't turned any of them off and I have no issues with them yet. The SHS gets things, it gets extra safety features, two of which I can do without. Okay, one is the traffic recognition thing. So I don't ever want to know when I'm speeding. I don't want it to tell me and go like, boom, shh, you're speeding. I'll be like, shh, okay, don't tell me. I don't want to know. And the other thing is that, you know, like a driver monitoring system, when it'll be like, okay, you need to take a break. Now, I don't know what it is with me, but they tell me that all the time. So I don't like being told what to do. Okay, so I would happily do without those. But that just says more about me than it does about the car, doesn't it? So like I say, I'm in the 1.6 litre turbo petrol. You get 145 kilowatts of power and 290 Newton meters. It is mated to a very quick shifting 7-speed dual clutch transmission. It's a fabulous little combo. This engine is very responsive. And in fact, here I'm just going to give it a bit of a push while I'm talking about it. It's very refined, very smooth, very good sort of road manners, if you will. Like the handling is lovely, there's minimal body roll, and just in general, it's a very smooth acceleration, a smooth drive, comfortable. I said this of the C5 actually as well. I find this to be similar in that driving, and potentially actually a little bit better. It's just a very composed drive. Now, if you want more performance, you could look to the SHS, the plug-in hybrid. That's got a 1.5 litre engine, also turbo petrol, and then obviously the electric motor. That gives you 255 kilowatts of power and 525 newton meters of torque. So that's very punchy. Okay. From a fuel consumption point of view, I've sat between about 7.5 litres and 8 litres per 100 Ks. Not amazing. I'd like it to be a bit less than that, but it's not too bad considering I drive like a hooligan. Obviously, you're going to get much better with the SHS. Now, there's always something, like you've got this charger for your phone. The problem with my phone here with the screen is that every now and again the sun hits it and it shoots me right in the eyeball. Do you know? But you can always just move that. I do love that it's got these little buttons here, okay, as well. So you've got your volume little button here, the modes, and then aircon here, whatever, and demister, defogger. I like that. I don't want to have to like go into a screen when I need to quickly defog my windscreen. Okay, now I won't leave you hanging on any longer. Okay, so price-wise, bearing in mind, I have been driving this car now for a couple of days, and I didn't know the price of it yet because they hadn't released it. They released the prices just yet. So I only got it yesterday afternoon, and I was quite shocked. I was like, "Are these correct? Like, are these the right? Is this the right pricing?" Because the C7 starts at 539,900 rand, which is really good. Okay, bearing in mind that this competes with like a Kia Sportage in size and Toyota RAV4, if you're looking at the plug-in hybrid, you can also look at a RAV4, or potentially I think what would be the most sort of comparable is the Haval H6. Now the price for the plug-in hybrid is at 689,900, so call it 690,000, which is almost bang on with the H6. But this is a bigger car, and it's much cheaper than that of the RAV4 plug-in hybrid. I feel like they've priced this so well that you would almost be crazy not to consider it, or to put it almost right at the top of your list, especially if you want a plug-in hybrid. Ooh, McDonald's 30th birthday! Oh dear. Guys, I'm a big McD's fan. I don't care if you judge me. I love it. So the C7, I think, has set a sort of benchmark because everything is price-based at the moment. And so if you're looking for a bigger family car, especially if you want a plug-in hybrid, then stretch your money to that. But you'll be absolutely fine in this as well. I think you save yourself so much money on what you would be spending on some of the legacy brands, getting all the spec and all the tech, but also getting something that does feel well composed, solid, well built, comfortable, and really nice looking. Who would have thought it, hey guys?